See if you can guess what this is. Ha ha ha. This is the rear drum brake to a Austin Healey. No. MGB. No. Morris Minor. No. TR6. No. Okay, it's to a TR7 with the 5-speed. I've never looked at my rear drums before. The front brakes are good. I had to change the caliper on one side since I got this car. When I got this car, and so I have to check the rears because after driving for a while, I get a brake squeak. I didn't get a chance to drive it and just pull up the emergency brake and see if the brake squeak is from the back. I mean, if the squeak is from the front, it's okay because those pads are okay. So I'm going to check the backs. I just, these things have that infamous Phillips screw. I don't know what they were thinking. American cars don't have that. Not sure why that is needed, but I'm sure there's a reason. Maybe it was just during assembly. Not sure, but so I'm gonna take this screw out. I'm gonna see what these brakes look like. Never saw them before. Okay, so to get some impact on that screw, because it may be hard to get out, I bought these impact ready adapters. See? So that's a 1/4 inch. Goes to it's got the quick release. Here, I can't pull it back with one hander for the quick release. So I got the 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/8, and a 1/2 inch. So it's got your regular square 4 ratchet, or your impact wrench, depending on if you have a small one, 1/4 inch, 3/8, or so there you go. You can put any hex bit in here. So this is impact grade. They had cheaper ones, like $12. Those are not impact grade, but so this you can use on a standard 1/2 inch impact. Most larger impact wrenches use a 1/2 inch drive, but still a bit is a 1/4 inch. Your basic 1/4 inch hex bit. So I'm going to try it with a number 3 Phillips bit. See if I can get that screw out. Okay, bye. Okay, I have to go to the local Home Depot because I don't have a Phillips screwdriver this big. And tisk tisk on the British for using a countersunk Phillips. Horrible. Horrible idea. What were you guys thinking? You know, that thing's going to rust in there, be hard to get out. Okay, well, I guess it wasn't a bad idea. But you really need to get some torque on this, and don't use a small. You're not going to be able to use a number 2 Phillips or a number 3 Phillips. I was even thinking of using a flathead screwdriver, just putting it in, just the flathead part of it, but that's not the greatest idea because you might deform the screw and you might break your flathead bit. So you really need to, this is probably a number 4, I'm not sure, 3 or 4. I mean, from end to end, from the slots, end to end is, geez, almost like a 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm running to the store. I hit it with some more penetrant before I go. Hello, everybody. Okay, I got back from the store and I got Phillips number 3 bits. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know if this is big enough. I got my nice ratcheting adapters here. Hold it in. This is a slide up collar. So Let's see if this works. Of course it'll work. Alright, I got this is an electric impact. It's not the greatest. Most of the time I wind up using the breaker bar anyway, but it's not too bad. So here's what we're going to go with. You know, I'm really going to have to push on this but it should break it free. It's a screw. How much torque could they have used to put it in? You know, it's not something that has to be really that tight, because this drum can't go anywhere. It's bolted to your wheel. You know, okay, bye. I'm gonna put my knee against it. 3. You recording?
Yes.
And that's the results when you have the right tools. Thank you. No animals were harmed during the recording of this video, and no Phillips head screws were harmed during the removal of any screw. So I'm going to shoot this with some penetrant. You know, obviously it's not going to come off that easy. Who knows when this was last taken off here. I have a hammer, a Thor hammer. I think they call these Thor hammers. I don't know. I'm going to tap the drum around and it should come off. This car was used. It's not like it was sitting for a while. So I'm going to hit those areas with some penetrant, tap it with the hammer, see if I can get it off. Okay, so I've been hitting this with the PB. And I just did this already, but I wasn't recording. Get it in all the holes and around the hub here and the bolts. Oh, my significant other is home. She who must be obeyed.
Fucking Jimmy being a fucking asshole.
And here we go.
I'm gonna go outside his house.
Okay. So it's good to have the recording, please. Thor hammer here. If I didn't love this car, I wouldn't be out here in 39-degree weather. So I'm gonna let it sit overnight. Also gonna fashion a means to hit it from behind. Okay. See you soon. December 1st, a little cold out. Idling nicely. Another car in the background, trying to start with a dead battery. Good afternoon, everybody. It's April 2nd, 2022. Beautiful April day. Sunny out. Nice. So, I finally got the drum off. I started this before the winter. And I hit it with some PB Blaster. Penetrant. As you know how I got this screw off in a previous video. So, there are the pads. Definitely have some meat left on them. Things don't look too bad in here. Okay, but now I'm gonna show you how I got the drum off at the end of this video. So all I needed was these two tools, a big flathead screwdriver and a hammer. Okay, so things look good in here, but the drums don't look the greatest. I'll show you. Here's the drum. And they're just if you look here, I got some scoring. I mean, there's a big ridge running down the middle of this drum. Probably a few thousandths of an inch thick. Deep, I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to smooth this out, but I'm going to try. It looks really bad, but it's not that deep. So, there's a lot of meat left on these. I mean, look. I mean, as far as, I don't think these have ever been resurfaced. So there you go. Things don't look too bad in here, not too rusty. I'll try to go slow because a lot of people put these shoes on wrong. And honestly, I don't even know if these are on right because, you know, I didn't do them. I don't know if the person who did them knew what they were doing, but here's what mine look like. This one, you see the pad material goes way to the end of the shoe. And back here, there's a lot of steel left with no pad material. And this one, the forward shoe, there's a lot of steel. The pad material doesn't go to the end. And goes to the end there. I don't know if you could see that because I can't even see. Okay, so I'm going to shut this and I'm going to show you how I got the shoe off. Sorry, how I got the drum off. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. So I put the drum back on. Now, all I did to get this drum off, of course, before the winter, I saturated all of these studs. And in this hole, in these holes, and all around the hub with the PB Blaster penetrant, or whatever penetrant works for you. And today, all I did was I tapped around here. I tapped around here, 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 here with this hammer. And then I tried to stick the screwdriver in here and then hit this with a hammer, but I wasn't getting enough of a force on it. So the easiest thing to do is I just hammered the end of the screwdriver. Okay, because this is a wedge, see? And then watch what happens. See? That happens. And then I did the same thing. It's hard to, on the other side. And the whole thing just moved forward. There you go, see? It's loose. See? Okay, so that'll come right off now. Okay, so that's how I got it off. I used these two holes, using a big flathead screwdriver as a wedge. Once you just tap it a little bit, and the drum should come forward, as long as you don't have a big ridge on the inside of the drum, which I did not have a big ridge in there. Okay, thank you for watching, everybody. That's the 77 TR7, and that's the first time I took off these rear drums. So I'm going to do the passenger side next. It should look pretty much the same as the driver's side, but I don't want to assume that. I am getting a squeaking on that side. I'm not sure if it's the front brakes or the rear brakes. I already did all the front brakes on this car, so okay, onward and upward. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Okay, I decided to record the passenger side. So we could see what the drums look like and the shoes. This is the side that's squeaking, but I don't know if it was coming from the front or the back. Okay, and off comes the wheel. Oh, Triumph. Center piece came off. Well, we'll fix that when we put it on. Okay, now on the other side I used a impact wrench with a number 3 Phillips to get this off. Today I'm going to try a ratchet with a number 3. I got to pause the video. See you in a bit. Okay, I just broke it. Meaning I just put this here and then I hit here at my palm of my hand. And this screw wasn't loose at all. I mean, wasn't very tight, so I didn't have to use the impact. I probably didn't need the impact to get the other one off either, but it worked. Okay. I have to get my hammer and my screwdriver now to get this drum off. Okay, now I have to put the camera down for this, but stick the screwdriver in here, see? Okay. I'm gonna tap the screwdriver with the hammer and the drum should come forward. Okay, see? I don't know if you can see in there, but I just tapped it and it started coming out. Do the same thing with this side. Oh, you see? Yeah, it's already coming out, see? It's already loose. Now, okay, it wasn't hard for me to get these off. But for those of you with, you know, a worn out drum and there's a ridge on the inside here, you have to take this rubber piece off in the back and use a flat-bladed screwdriver to bring the shoes in. Now, I don't know how to do that, and I've never done it on this car, so, but that's how you have to do it. And obviously my emergency brake is not on now. You don't want your emergency brake on because then your shoes are going to be tight against your drums. You'll never get it off. Okay, I'm going to pause this and then we'll see what the brake shoes look like. Probably just dust that was making it squeak. Okay, here you go. Now let me see so you can see the orientation. This is the back of the car, and that's the front. There is dust in here. You don't want to breathe it in. There's the orientation. This is facing forward. Big, see the material stops here and then there's just metal. On the rear shoe, material goes all the way to the end. See? And then on the other side, metal. Material stops here, then there's metal. So it looks okay. Some critters living in there. Doesn't look that old. Doesn't look that rusty. Still about 1/8 of an inch of pad material left. So I'm not going to change these now. You know, this is a classic car. I don't drive it every day. These shoes will last forever. But I heard a squeal. It could be coming from my front pads too, which I did. Some spider webs. That's what happens when you don't use a car that much. There's the emergency brake tab. See? There you go. Just gonna get this dust out of here. Don't breathe it in. Wear a mask. I'm not wearing one, but wear a mask. Thanks for watching. That's not a TR7. That's a CBR. Thanks for watching. Yes, it's true. They don't make them the way they used to.